when I reflect back about our journey with VSAC and where it started from, I'm very clear that I remember meeting with Minister Richardson in the cafe in Parliament, and she was just completely excited about the prospect of creating something where victims had a voice that could be heard and help influence change.
I can tell you that 30 years ago, victim survivors didn't get a voice unless they were lucky. I was lucky to have that life, but unlucky enough to lose a sister. But I got a voice because of a public identity. But so many people didn't get a voice. And here is the state government saying, we'll put together a council made up of victim survivors. And so the Victim Survivors Advisory Council is indicative of the progress we're making.
You've got this group of people who are all so heavily invested in wanting to see change. Why? Because none of us on that council want to see another woman or child go through what we've been through. The more we know about the lived experience and the more common threads we can synthesise out of that process, the more we know what to target so we can solve via primary prevention what is the horrific experience of family violence.
If we can't face the confronting stories, then we're not going to make any change. And VSAC brings the reality. It brings the stories, it brings the reality, it brings these things that are confronting, because they are. That's all there is to it. To do this work, well, it is confronting. I mean, if it wasn't, we wouldn't have had a whole Royal Commission into it. If it wasn't confronting and horrific, it wouldn't be this huge problem that we have. And I think the ability of VSAC to bring that to the table and to make people listen is one of our huge strengths.
My daughter happy when you come the email. I told him, look, this I work with the VSAC. When you see some women in my culture call me, and I give her the number for the safety hubs or in touch, say, Mom, you help too much women. You do good work. I say, yeah. I like to study and maybe work social worker in the future, yeah.
Out of tragedy, you can make good. So I do recognise that for many victims of family violence, it's really difficult to be heard. But when you have someone with an experience, not just like myself, but everybody else, it's very hard not to be emotionally challenged and realise that you have a duty to do something about this issue.
The members of VSAC have brought such dignity of self and character, and on a purely professional level, intelligence, and seeing people as individuals grow, because they've come on their own journey in that time, being able to be a part of that with other people's journey as well. It's really profound, and it's something that I enjoy about the council, and it's something that I've taken, great pride and enjoyment in.
I would like to thank the government for this opportunity, for setting up this council, for being brave enough to doing something new and different and revolutionary. That the opportunity on VSAC has opened so many doors. I mean, the people I've got to meet, the experiences I've got to, and the friends I've made. I mean, it's changed who I am, and it's given me a sense of identity, a sense of self, a sense of purpose again.
Nobody should be subjected to any forms of family violence. Living free from fear in terms of personal security, being intact and safe, is a basic human right. And for me, that's going to be my journey until I'm no longer here.
I've learnt more also because of the intimate stories the women on the council tell. And their intimate personal stories complement the broader questions that we've come to understand about the injustices and the failings of the system, from intervention orders to the way the courts operate. That's being played out, but the women in particular on the council give a personal perspective to that.
really, really, really thankful and grateful and lucky that I've been chosen and I was accepted to do this, and I hope I live up to it every single day, that I'm out there representing, you know, all of us.
The journey has been conflicting at times, it has been challenging at times, but I think through all of that we've continued to build stronger relationships with each other.
I feel so angry with the way that we treat children in our society. We either neglect them or go way over the top. No kid should have to go through what I've been through, and if I can make it one less kid, that's something amazing in and of itself. I want children and young people who've been in the same situation as me to know, your origin is not your future, your origin is not who you will be.